Carissa Pavlika, TV fanatic. Hi, Gil.
Well, hello
How
there.
does how does Rainwater view John's victory as governor?
Very precariously. It it sets up a whole dynamic that's quite fractured from the one that had been built within market equities, um, John, Rainwater. Uh, so it's a very ambiguous situation.
And I noticed that Angela Blue Thunder is coming back, and she always kind of is a little bit of trouble. What kind of demands is she going to make on Rainwater?
I don't know that there's demands that she can, you know, initiate, but she certainly can subvert his authority, by going to other council members and just making a ruckus of Chairman Rainwater's attempt to maneuver through these difficult challenges, and she's quite militant about it. So it's it's a really awkward kind of balance to strike, because there's truth to what she says, but it's not really the traditional way that Rainwater wants to operate, morally and ethically. But she does have a point.
We saw in 1883 that the Duttons have seven generations to kind of use the land that they're on with the Yellowstone. How do you think it would change if that had been passed down through the generations and Rainwater and the council were aware of that? Would that change how they dealt with the Duttons? Would they be happy to sit back and wait? Or what do you think that would be like?
Well, in the Native community, we've always had, a very strong belief that that's our responsibility of stewardship for our children, our future generations, and the honoring of our ancestors in the past. And it's always been about the responsibility of stewardship, for Mother Earth. So, it's seven generations and to the future that you want to pass on the land or the space that you're sharing with your the future generations. So I don't know that John Dutton or the Dutton family in particular would be aware of that, except as it was shared in 1883. But the timeline can vary considerably depending on the dynamics of what the political arena and the events that happen between generations. And that's a lot of what's going to be explored in this season.
And if you could write a happy ending in this fight to reclaim the land, what would it be?
Well, ultimately, Rainwater wants to reclaim the land that has been stolen, and still, the cultural origins of the land and the connection of our people with the land, and be able to protect it and make it sustainable, and that's always been the dream that he's had, and the identity that all indigenous people have in their connection with the land.
Thank you so much, Gil. Appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you.